Hi, my name is Frank Ramus, and I was born and raised in Ashtabula, Ohio, and I'm actually taping this message, a little nervously actually, to the people in Ashtabula, especially in Ashtabula County. I am talking about, I think, a really important message that we all in Ohio have to worry about. I don't live there now, my sister does. I was born and raised there, raised by just wonderful Italian, second-generation Italian parents, whose parents came from Italy and came to the United States searching for a new life. They came to the United States not because the United States was going to offer them health care or give them any sort of handouts. They came to work. They came to build a life, to build a family. They left Europe because there were no opportunities. Socialism had overtaken much of what Europe was all about. I've been reflecting upon that. You know, I grew up a Democrat. My dad was a Democratic councilman. Over time, I really became an independent, both voted for Democrats and Republicans. But I see this election, and it's really important in the state of Ohio that we see this election not as a choice between Democrats or Republicans, but it's a choice between two views of what the country is going to be. On one view, the country is really held captive by a government, run by the government. All the people kind of work for the government. The government ensures fairness. They ensure that all people kind of make the same amount of money. All the other types of things that, quote unquote, my grandparents left Europe for. Another view of the country is really one that drew my grandparents here, and that is the view of the country as anybody can do anything in this country. You can have the freedom of working the type of work that you want, the freedom of going to school, the freedom of lifting yourself up. You know, I've had an enormous number of opportunities in this country, none of which I could have if we adopted a system that is being talked about very much by the current administration. Now, I urge you to not think about this as I'm a Democrat or a Republican. I urge you to think about this as I'm an American or I am a socialist. We are Americans. That's what drove us to this country, and that's really what I'm proud of. So I want you to vote as an American. I want you to vote, please, this year in the state of Ohio as an American. I am supporting Mitt Romney for president, and you know, I urge you to do that because we need to change back to the type of America that drew all of our forefathers here. Thanks a lot, and I hope this is all taken in good faith. Thank you.